Alphonce Herménégilde, scholar and astronomer of the University of Orléans. Today we continue the lore behind the constellations of Thedas, placing more of them on earthly maps before putting them together in a sky map. We look at those that can be viewed from the astrariums located in the western approach and in the Emerald Graves. In the western approach, we have Fenrir in the northern mountains near Caracavus, Satinalis on the eastern side of the map, and Tot right by Griffin Wing Keep. Fenrir is the white wolf, and apparently is considered an odd constellation, since wolves have no particular significance in ancient Tevinter. Well, I don't think it has to do with Tevinter. This is seen as proof to many people in Thedas that the Tevinter Imperium deliberately altered and supplanted the original and probably elven names of the various constellations. Of course, this then links to Fenrir, also to a Neromanian tale of a wolf escaping hunters into the sky. Well, considering Fenrir led a rebellion against Evenurus, who were hunting him, and he walks through the Fade as the sky, the Neromanian story is probably an adaptation, an adapted version of the story of Fenrir. Satinalis, often referred to as Satina or Satinalia, is depicted as a celebrant, which is a man sitting and playing the lyre. In ancient Tevinter, it was known as Mortimalis, and was drawn as a warrior holding a head, a beheaded head. Well, yes, I see how there would be the beheaded head, and I can see it. Usually the head of an elf. Ew. It was during the Divine Age that many petitioned to change the depiction of this constellation and its official name. Yes, it's a bit morbid, or was so before the change. Tot is apparently the only constellation to have kept its original name, representing Tot himself, the old god, dragon of fire, defeated during the third blight. This constellation has a few depictions, one being a man in flames, said to have been set on fire by Tot, another as a fiery orb. During the Divine Age, scholars attempted to change its name into Ignifir. Apparently some old texts do use that name, but apparently it didn't stick, unlike the fire. In the Emerald Graves, we have Eluvia, the most south of the three, Equinor, in the Midwest near the Rocky Hills, and Solium, right by the camp by the river. Eluvia is also referred to as sacrifice, after a popular Orlesian tale. In folklore, it is said that during the Glory Age, there was a woman who was saved from a lustful mage by her father, who sent her into the sky. The mage then killed her father, which is how the name sacrifice came about. The woman became the constellation, which is depicted as a woman sitting with her head in the clouds. Before this story, this constellation was associated with Razikali, old god, dragon of mystery, yet to be awakened. It was apparently the source of many superstitions involving the granting of wishes, as per Sister Patriarchius. Equinor, the stallion, has had 2 depictions. How many depictions? 2. Either a rearing horse or a seated griffin. Scholars believe its original depiction was of a hala. So then perhaps it was associated with Gillanane, which can then indicate to more supplantation of elven lore and history, though many argue this as invalid, since horses bore great significance to the Naromanian people. Invalid my eye, my maker's eye, maker's breath. Solium, or the sun, has 2 common interpretations to its history. The first interpretation represents how early peoples, like the Naromanians, were fascinated with all objects in the sky, the sun and the moon most particularly. Many actually believe that the proper depiction of this constellation is as both sun and moon. The second interpretation, and most likely in my opinion, is that it represented Elgar'nan, who was also called eldest of the sun, being the leader and father of the Evanuris. Sister Patriarchius claims that modern scholars, such as me, don't know which is the truer story, but we know, mainly, probably. And that's it for the lore of the constellations. In my next video, we will take a look at the actual sky map of Thedas. Like this video if you like it, subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I'm losing my hat, and I'll see you all soon. Masaranas. If you're new here and you like my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon for notifications. Alternately, you can follow my website, binkyproductions.com, where I post everything from all my channels. Be sure to check out some of my other stuff. You can also join in on the fun on Patreon for some random, sporadic, occasional, exclusive content. Otherwise, just liking and sharing, like it if you like it, for the like it if you like it dance, supports this channel and helps people find it. And your continued viewership is very much appreciated. Masaranas.